𝐔𝐒𝐓𝐀𝐕𝐞𝐫𝐬𝐞'𝟐𝟓. We remember to charge our phones, our laptops, our cars, even our toothbrushes. But what about us? Where do we plug in to recharge? There is no red blinking light warning us. There is no alert that says no battery. Until one day we just hit empty. In a world drowning in noise, people are starving for something real, authentic human connection. And I believe each of us carries a human connection battery right here. And like any battery, it needs to be charged not once but continuously. The problem, we are drained by business, by burnout, and pulled in thousand directions. And somewhere along the way, we forgot how to stay connected. So I start doing something about that. I start giving hugs. You see, I am in the business of building relationship. I do that by selling homes, by hustling and working hard, by delivering hopes, and by offering hugs. Every interaction, every conversation, and every hug teaches me about something about what people need to feel connected. And I consider this my first experience. I didn't grow up with daily hugs. I liked them, but they weren't part of us how we connected as a family. As I got her, moved away, and started my own life, I started to feel that low battery. And that's when it hit me. It was not just getting a hug outside of need, to give one, to offer one. Because what was missing wasn't just comfort, but connection. That human spark doesn't just suit you, to recharge you. So I invited more connection into my life, boldly. I bought an oversized t-shirt on the front, generators, hug, dealer. I didn't know it at that time, but that was the beginning of Hugs in the Wild. When I bought that t-shirt and wore many places, spontaneous, unexpected moments of connection shared with strangers, acquaintances, and fellow humans. I wore that t-shirt to concert in Delaware. It was back to people. They smiled, they noticed. One day he asked me, "Hey, I like your t-shirt." We talked, we hugged. Connection sparked by content and curiosity. Later, I wore it out to dinner. After some days, walking out on the street, a man saw me and waved his hands like he wanted a hug. I had completely forgotten. I was even wearing it. We talked, we hugged. We went on our separate ways. Two strangers impacted by a connection through a t-shirt. Every time I wore the t-shirt, something changed in me. To stop being a t-shirt, to become a tool, a signal, a quiet invitation, a small way of saying, "I am open, I see you." Want to connect? And as I become more intentional about hugging, I start holding them longer. Not long enough to feel just real, just long enough to feel real. I told my brother, "Hold me, I want to feel your heartbeat." He laughed but kept holding. It was a H-U-G moment. Hold until downward moment. Because I knew something good was happening. But my brother, though, he still thinks it is weird. When I hug, it is like a quiet reminder that everything is going to be okay. So I start doing it more. Friends, family, strangers, and I would end conversation. "Do you want a hug?" Some say yes, some didn't. But for the ones that did, something shifted. I just recently hugged a 6'9" man at the street in Nashville. Few days later, a stranger outside of the coffee shop. At a real estate session in San Diego, I stand in the front of a room full of agents and say, "I will be the back if anyone needs a hug." Because I believe what we are craving is not just a small talk, it is a real connection. A moment that's powers up human connection battery. I once saw my friend sitting alone at a restaurant. I started talking to him. Before I left, I asked him, "Do you want a hug?" His whole face softened. He smiled. We hugged. It was like his human connection that we had been charged up. We don't always know what people are getting, but we do know how we can show. And that's power too. And it is not about the kind of hugs you give to others, but the kind of hugs you give to yourself. I once was informed with a close friend of mine. He's struggling way too much in the university. He said to me, "Uncle, I just need a hug." I said to him, "I mean, hug yourself. Wrap those arms around your body. Because in the absence of others, that self-hug is gift charge too. That self-hug is gift charge in the absence of others." When I started my research, I had no idea to what lead to the stories. To strangers to unexpected moments. So get them done. So start practicing. Start recharging yourself. For someone else, for all of us. One hug at a time. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.